laugh too hard.
Welcome to Pure Power Wrestling PowerSlam on Shaw Spotlight. My name is Kevin Farrell, coming to you from the German Canadian Club in Lethbridge, Alberta, and we are starting things off with a bang tonight. A grudge match as Travis the Heat Copeland goes one-on-one with the Stormbringer, and don't forget, in our feature contest this evening, the Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship on the line as the Cowboy Bryn Watts defends against Jumpin Josh, just 2 weeks removed from an incredible victory over Cougar Meat Kyle Sebastian right here on Shaw Spotlight.
And his opponent, weighing in at 282 pounds, and coming from Galveston, Texas, Stormbringer.
And this singles match, weeks, months in the making. The Stormbringer from moment one here in PPW has targeted Travis the Heat Copeland and Jumpin Josh, the bad seeds, making their lives absolutely miserable for months here on PowerSlam TV, and it looks like things may come to a head tonight at the German Canadian Club of Lethbridge as THC and the Stormbringer go at it one-on-one. And there you see the Stormbringer, and well, folks, as I would have expected, not too far behind the Stormbringer, the Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion, Cowboy Bryn Watts. It's the bad seeds in the house tonight at the German Canadian Club here on PowerSlam TV. And the Stormbringer, that scoop shovel in hand, has used that effectively in the past here on PowerSlam. But don't forget, just a few weeks ago on this very program, coming out of Tabor, the Stormbringer, one-on-one with Sydney Steele, and that scoop shovel came back to haunt him. A disqualification, and you can bet the Stormbringer is going to make sure that that doesn't happen here tonight. He wants the victory over THC. You hear a bit of a mixed reaction for the Stormbringer. The Stormbringer, truly a legend here in southern Alberta, but has not done much since debuting here in PPW to ingratiate himself to the Pure Power Wrestling fans. You hear this crowd starting to pick up, starting to rally, starting to get behind Travis Copeland before the bell has even sounded here. THC, one of the most beloved stars on the PPW roster. With the Cowboy at ringside, you can bet our official is going to have a hell of a time maintaining order here tonight as the bell sounds, and we are officially underway in our opening contest this evening. And this crowd, despite his well-earned legendary status, letting the Stormbringer know exactly what they think of him going one-on-one with THC. The Stormbringer making a mistake here, turning his back on Copeland. Copeland with a roll-up, quick 2 count in the early goings, and the Stormbringer gonna head for the hills, head to the outside of the ring. The absolute arrogance, and that's the only way to put it, the arrogance of the Stormbringer, turning his back on Travis Copeland, turning his back on a man who wants to extract that pound of flesh. And it very nearly cost the Stormbringer less than a minute into this match. Stormbringer now taking the opportunity to catch his breath, to regroup a little bit on the outside. Also, we've seen it before from the Stormbringer, playing a little bit of mind games with his opponent, creating that distance, creating that separation. You can see Copeland very fired up in the early goings here, just wants to get his hands on the Stormbringer. And Bringer, by not giving him by not giving him that option, not allowing him to get his hands on him. Getting into the head a little bit of Travis Copeland. Travis Copeland, he's cocked and loaded here. He is ready to go. And a shot to the midsection by the Stormbringer. A couple of big left hands to the jaw. He's got Copeland, sends him off the ropes, and big back elbow. The back elbow right under the jaw of the Heat. Copeland, though, fights back with a series of elbows of his own, backing the Stormbringer into the corner, and now follows it up with big right hands. And Copeland now up to the second rope and raining down those blows into the head. Not even letting the crowd count along. This is all about doing damage and more. Right hands to the head, but the Stormbringer using that size advantage, picking Copeland right up off the middle rope and dropping him throat first across the top. Copeland is down. Stormbringer back to his feet now. And this is where Stormbringer likes to take control, likes to hurt his opponents, likes to grind them down. A big scoop body slam. Puts the Heat down in the center of the ring, follows it up with a big elbow drop, driving the point of the elbow into the forehead. And now a cover here. You see how the Stormbringer, again, using that size, using that weight advantage, putting as much weight as he can on the uncovered side of Copeland. And this here, I mean, completely unsportsmanlike, a choke over the middle rope as he takes the referee's attention, and the Cowboy now getting involved. I mean, right out of the playbook of the Bad Seeds, we've seen this 1,000 times in the past. And once again, the Stormbringer chokes THC on the ropes. It ain't pretty, it ain't sportsmanlike, but it is effective. Stormbringer off the ropes, and all 280 pounds driven into the back, forcing THC's throat across that middle rope. And that's going to drive all the wind out of him. That could hurt the trachea. THC now down on the mat. The Stormbringer in complete control. And a second time drives the point of the knee in between the shoulder blades of Travis Copeland. This crowd, they're trying to rally, they're trying to get behind THC, trying to get him that second win, to get him to fight back. And Copeland goes corner to corner. Stormbringer in with a huge clothesline. That clothesline may have caught THC up under the jaw. There's the cover, but only two. So much fight still left in Travis Copeland. He is not gonna die. He is not gonna go down easy in this match. And the Stormbringer tosses THC out to the floor. Once again, takes the referee's attention. And the Cowboy out on the floor now drives THC face first into that ring apron. Again, no give to that ring apron. It is wood and it is steel. And THC now down on the floor. The Stormbringer looking to capitalize. And sends Copeland spine first into the steel ring frame. Folks, that is a thin curtain. There is nothing to shield THC's spine as it gets rammed into that steel ring frame. The Stormbringer breaks up the count, and this is where he likes to get it done. He likes to bring it down into a brawl, likes to bring it out onto the floor, and the Stormbringer feels completely at home here. Tosses Copeland into the ring, and I mean, did you see the force with which the Stormbringer was able to throw Copeland into the ring? As much as he likes to get it done on the floor, he knows he can only get that 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring. And once again, drives the point of the elbow into the spine. Stormbringer now methodical in his pace. Lifts THC, I should say, up off the mat and just holds him. Just holds him like he weighs absolutely nothing. And a big, huge spin-out side slam. The extra momentum from the spin, but still, though, only two. The tenacity, The fight of THC is something that cannot be overstated. The Stormbringer, I mean, he has to figure out a way to contend with just that pit bull-like tenacity. The fight that THC has still got in him. This crowd behind THC trying to rally, trying to bring him back into this. Stormbringer with a pump handle. He's got him up, and a big pump handle drop. Driving Copeland into the mat. It could be all over. Hooks the leg. Still though, so much fight left in Travis Copeland. A kick out at 2. He is not going to go down that easily, but now he may not have a choice. The Stormbringer locks in that full Nelson and contorts the spine. The back, ladies and gentlemen, is not meant to bend that way, and then it's also a lot of pressure on the neck, on the shoulders of Travis Copeland. We could get a submission here. He's trying to rally the fans, doing his best to get them behind him. But, I mean, in an absolutely helpless position here is Travis Copeland. The Stormbringer mercifully releases, perhaps sensing he wasn't going to get the submission, drives an elbow into the spine one more time. And the Stormbringer now lifting THC up off the mat, evil intentions in mind. Well, now he's, placing THC up on the top rope, the big left hand to the jaw. And Stormbringer, he's got to be careful here. I see, obviously thinking superplex, looking to put THC away, but as much as Copeland, he has the absolute mastery of the fundamentals. He is just as comfortable on that top rope. The Stormbringer had better hit this superplex quickly, and if he does, it could be all over. THC though, it looks like he's holding on. Holding on. He's not gonna go down without a fight. Fights back on the Stormbringer here. Big overhand forearm shots to the head. And Copeland now up on the top rope. Missile drop kick from the high rent district. Both men down in the center of the ring. And you have to figure, whoever can get to his feet first, whoever can regain that vertical base and can get that advantage is walking out of here tonight with the victory on PowerSlam. This crowd 100% behind Travis Copeland. Copeland to his knees, now back to his feet. Stormbringer back to his feet, but turns around into a big clothesline from THC. And THC now follows it up with a big back elbow. Stormbringer down. Copeland now, beautiful drop kick. I don't think he quite caught all of it. Didn't take the Stormbringer down to his feet, only into the corner. Big shot to the midsection. Look at that twist of fate, but the Cowboy now with the scoop shovel. Up on the rope, up on the apron. A tug of war going on in the ring. And oh my God, the scoop shovel to the head. Stormbringer is down. Our official no choice but to call for the bell. Stormbringer down and out. Cowboy from behind, scoop shovel to the back. But the story here, the scoop shovel directly to the head of the Stormbringer, as Jumpin Josh has seen enough. Jumpin Josh has had enough of the bad seeds. The Stormbringer, he could be hurt. He's got a glazed over look in his eyes, but Jumpin Josh has seen enough as we take a very brief commercial break. Folks, we are back here on PowerSlam TV. Jumpin Josh standing tall in the ring, the Cowboy on the outside. But in the story of the night, the Stormbringer, he's had a glazed over look in his eyes for the last minute or two after taking the handle of that scoop shovel directly to the side of the head, and there could be some damage done. There could be some damage done to the head of the Stormbringer. it looks like we're going to go right into our feature contest, right into our main event tonight. The bell sounds, the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Big head scissor takedown right into the crossface. Jumpin Josh, the crossface in the center of the ring. Can he get it done? Can he get it done this quickly? Can he make the Cowboy tap out and become the new PPW Cruiserweight Champion? The Cowboy, the pain on his face, trying to inching to the ropes, reaching, trying to do anything he can to grasp the ropes and break this hold, but it could be all over before it's even really started here, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowboy still sits inching from the ropes and able to make it to the bottom rope, just when it looked like we had a new Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion, the Cowboy, able to make it to the ropes, but Jumpin Josh now measuring the Cowboy. Cowboy throws the clothesline. Josh jumps, big arm drag, follows it up with another big arm drag. He's got the Cowboy down in the center of the ring, and this is a Jumpin Josh we have not seen before on PowerSlam. This is an angry Jumpin Josh, a Jumpin Josh who has seen enough, who has taken enough, and who wants to bring the fight to the bad seeds. But Bryn Watts goes right for the eyes and backs Jumpin Josh into the corner. Bryn Watts now going to look to slow things down. But you see in the corner of your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, off to the right, the Stormbringer. He has yet to move from that position at ringside. Jumpin Josh with the roll-up. Only a 2 count. The Stormbringer has yet to move from that position at ringside since taking the handle of the scoop shovel directly to the side of the head, and the Stormbringer, ladies and gentlemen, he could be hurt. I mean, it looks like he's barely hanging on to consciousness here at ringside. Jumpin Josh, series of big roundhouse kicks to the chest and the back. As I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, Pure Power Wrestling returns to Lethbridge live Saturday, May 25th with the Gauntlet for the Gold. The Cruiserweight Championship will be on the line regardless of who walks out tonight with the gold around their waist in a 6-man gauntlet match. Jumpin Josh makes the cover and could have walked into Gauntlet for the Gold as PPW Cruiserweight Champion. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, tickets available now at King of Trade and PurePowerWrestling.ca. One of these 2 men will be walking in May 25th with the PPW Cruiserweight Championship around his waist. The Cowboy able to catch the foot, but Jumpin Josh with the enziguri, the boot to the back of the head, takes the Cowboy down. And Cowboy now, I mean, he's going to head for the hills. He's heading to the floor. Maybe looking to talk strategy with the Stormbringer. Stormbringer now appears to have his wits about him. Jumpin Josh up to the top though. Stormbringer pushed out of the way, and Jumpin Josh with the huge dive from the top into the Cowboy. Cowboy is down at ringside, and Jumpin Josh has got him on the ropes. Tossing the Cowboy into the ring. Stormbringer, I mean, normally that's where he would have gotten involved, but unable to get involved, it appears, at this point. Cowboy kicks out at 2. Not going to go down that easily. I mean, you're going to have to pry that belt out of his cold, dead hands, ladies and gentlemen. As Jumpin Josh in the corner, and you hear that chop. Trust me, the Cowboy felt that chop. And hard forearm shots to the side of the face of the Cowboy. Jumpin Josh says it's all over, looking for that sliced bread. Runs towards the ropes. Cowboy, though, able to shove him off, and a big German suplex turns Jumpin Josh inside out. Cowboy desperately claws to make the cover, but Jumpin Josh gets a shoulder up at 2. And the Cowboy, I mean, it's unreal. He's been unable to mount offense so far. Jumpin Josh has been in control of this match from very nearly minute 1. As I said, this is an angry Jumpin Josh. This is a new Jumpin Josh. Perhaps that win over Kyle Sebastian 2 weeks ago here on PowerSlam has got Jumpin Josh fired up. But This is a Jumpin Josh like we have not seen before. In a PPW ring, Irish whip, Jumpin Josh ducks the clothesline and hops up into a big Rana. He's got the Cowboy in the corner. The Cowboy has not been able to string together offense. Big running knee. The Cowboy now clinging to the top rope, trying desperately to stay on his feet. More big roundhouse kicks from Jumpin Josh. And the Stormbringer now grabs the ankle of Jumpin Josh. Josh with the boot to the Stormbringer. And Cowboy right back to the eyes. Right back to the eyes that we've seen so many times before. Big fisherman suplex. Fisherman suplex puts Jumpin Josh down in the center of the ring. Cowboy now hooks the leg, looks to make a cover. Jumpin Josh though able to kick out, able to get that shoulder up. And Cowboy Bryn Watts starting to get frustrated. Starting to get frustrated here. He's been unable to string together any real length of offense in this match. And now it looks like he may be getting frustrated with Jumpin Josh. However, I mean, he appears to be taking exception to these fans, chanting for Jumpin Josh, and again, Jumpin Josh fights back, but the Cowboy with the headbutt right to the temple, to the side of Jumpin Josh's head. Got Jumpin Josh now in the corner.
2, 3.
Referee counts. The Cowboy breaking. Well, listen to this crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. Really starting to get under the skin of Bryn Watts. Watts goes up to the second rope. I mean, perhaps giving Jumpin Josh a little bit too much time to recover here. Watts with the Irish whip. Jumpin Josh corner to corner. And Josh able to get a boot up. As I said, the Cowboy giving him too much time to recover. Josh with a big flying clothesline. Following it up with a sling blade. Puts the Cowboy down. Cowboy up. And Josh with a big drop kick. Josh with the drop kick. Cowboy is down. Jumpin Josh with the cover. Hooks the leg. Only 2. Only 2. But it has been Jumpin Josh from the very beginning, and you can see the Stormbringer just now beginning to recover from that shot that he took from the scoop shovel. I mean, he was out on his feet for, we're approaching 10 minutes in this match. So out on his feet for a good 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he's finally recovered. But big forearm, elbow smashes to the jaw of the Cowboy. And I mean, after coming out of here tonight, the Stormbringer, he's going to want to be medically evaluated. But Jumpin Josh could beat his bad seed partner here to become the new Cruiserweight Champion. Jumpin Josh once again evades Cowboy. Big kick to the face. Jumpin Josh has got him measured. He's got him measured. Springboard clothesline. Puts the Cowboy down. Jumpin Josh rolling him into the center of the ring. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be all hooks in the leg? 1, 2 only. No. No, ladies and gentlemen, that is about the closest 2 count I have seen on PowerSlam TV in a year and a half of doing this here on PowerSlam. That is about the closest 2 count I have ever seen. And now these 2 men, the Cowboy Bryn Watts, Jumpin Josh, slugging it out in the center of the ring. This is what the PPW Cruiserweight Championship means to both of these men. Both men now up to their feet. Cowboy goes behind, scoops Josh up, looking for that running PowerSlam. Josh able to slide off the back. And Jumpin Josh ducks a clothesline. And once again, he has got the Cowboy down. He has got the Cowboy down. In that crossface, Stormbringer looking to get involved. He is cut off by Travis Copeland. Copeland on top. But the scoop shovel, ladies and gentlemen, the scoop shovel went flying. The scoop shovel. I mean, the scoop shovel went flying in inadvertent contact. The official, I mean, he's going to use his discretion here. He's not going to throw this match out. But the scoop shovel breaking up that crossface from Jumpin Josh. And, well, THC has seen enough. THC has had enough. He has had enough of the bad seeds. And now, asking Jumpin Josh to hold the arms of the Cowboy, swings the scoop shovel and hits Jumpin Josh. THC swinging the shovel like a baseball bat into the shoulder of Jumpin Josh. Our official, no choice but to throw out the match. Jumpin Josh, he had it. He had the Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship in his grasp, ladies and gentlemen. If THC, I mean, if he hadn't gone a little overboard here, if he hadn't overstepped, if he had just stopped the Stormbringer from interfering, we would have a new Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion. But as it is, I mean, Jumpin Josh down on the mat. That scoop shovel swung like a baseball bat. Now these two men having words. THC pleading his case. He didn't mean to do it. Caught up in the heat of the moment.
What are you doing? Hit him, Josh! Hit him!
I mean, THC caught up in the heat of the moment. Obviously did not mean to, but Jumpin Josh wanting nothing to do with that apology from Travis Copeland. I mean, you hear Jumpin Josh telling THC right from the get-go, I had him. And you can't argue that. We would have a new PPW Cruiserweight Champion if not for Travis Copeland getting a little overzealous. But ladies and gentlemen, I take you to next week here on PowerSlam TV, the PPW Heavyweight Championship on the line. Sydney Steele challenging Chris Parrish for that belt. But I mean, the big story tonight, not only the physical condition of the Stormbringer, but you see a disappointed and angry Jumpin Josh would have been the new PPW Cruiserweight Champion if not for Travis Copeland. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we will follow up on this next week. For Pure Power Wrestling, my name is Kevin Farrow. Thank you, and we will see you next week here on Shaw Spotlight.